Now we're on to the slightly more advanced questions, where each is worth double the number of marks as the first 8. So, I have rolling ball. Let's hide the menu. Now the first thing it says is press run below to see how a line is used to make a horizontally moving circle appear to roll. So let's see what they're talking about. So they're referring to this circle. We've seen something similar with the pentagon moving from left to right. But adding this stick in the middle makes it look like the ball is rolling. It's not just moving left to right, but there is a rolling movement. So that's the purpose of adding that orange stick in the middle of the ball. Your friend Hannah, a maths genius, has been helping you make this. She has simplified things by providing some complicated maths in 2 variables, a and b. So she set a to 10 times the sine of negative 18 divided by pi times the time. And same thing for b, but instead of sine, it's cosine. And Hannah says you don't need to worry about what these do if you just follow my equations below. Hannah has not used Blockly before, and so has left you to finish. So Hannah has done the maths side of it, and we're going to do the programming side of the project. We will, of course, remember to read the information. For more programming space, use the hide menu. This we already know, we've already done that. Code for 2 variables a and b is provided. That's written above, and it's already included in the canvas here. So we don't even need to put down these blocks and set the amounts, it's already included. The colors shown are a faded version of the true colors. So just like we saw before with the pentagon on the line, these are just the faded colors, and when we actually put the shapes, we will see the colors more intensely. The circle is purple, middle right in the color picker. The line that forms the stripe is orange, which is top middle of the color picker. All new variable values are multiples of 10, except the line thickness, which is 1. Again, this is a very important piece of information. So are the colors, of course. But here we will know what values to put into the shapes when we create them. Then we have Hannah's equations for the stripe. So we'll get to those in a minute, but let's start with the circle itself. Other than a and b from Hannah's equations, they've also included the grass, so we don't need to do that, it's already included. It's actually a line that starts at 0.85, ends at 185, and it has a thickness of 30. So it's a very thick line, and it seems like it's a grass ground. Now, we need to add the circle. Remember, that's in shape. So I'm going to add the shape. We can attach those, that's absolutely fine. And I'm going to call it the ball. Remember, for it to be a circle, we choose the number of sides as 10. This is how we draw a circle with this block of code in the coding challenge. The color of the circle is purple, which is middle right in the color picker. So it's this one over here. I need to choose its position and radius. Now, the radius of a circle is the distance from its center to its circumference. So from here to here, it's going from 60 all the way to 50. So it has a radius of 10. Now, if you didn't know that, you can still arrive at this result because they said all new variable values are multiples of 10. So the radius must be a multiple of 10. Well, currently it's 20 and it's too big. What multiple of 10 is less than 20? Well, 10. And now it's the right size, but it's not in the correct place. Let's think about its starting position. The x-coordinate is 0, so let's put that for now. The y-coordinate is 60. Remember, the x-coordinate is the one that goes from left to right. The y-coordinate is the one that goes from top to bottom. So now it's in the correct starting position, but what we want it to do is actually move along as the time goes by. Well, let's think about it as we did with the previous ones. How are the x and y coordinates changing with time? Well, the y coordinate isn't changing because the ball is not moving up or down. It's just moving to the right. So we're going to keep the y coordinate at 60. Let's think about the x coordinate. When time is 0, the x coordinate is 0. When time is, let's keep it at 20, the x coordinate is 20. When time is 50, the x coordinate is 50. And when time is 100, the x coordinate is 100. Remember, we're always looking at the center of the circle. So it seems like the x coordinate is exactly equal to the time value. We access the time value from the movie tab and we check. And now, actually, we can see that the circle is moving in the right way. We just need to add that orange stripe to give it that rolling effect, because otherwise it's just a circle moving without that orange stripe. It's just a circle moving right to left. So what we're going to need to add is a line. So they said here the line that forms the stripe is orange. So we're going to add a line. Let's scroll down. Let's call it stripe. That's what they called it in the question. It's orange. Let's check what the position of that is in the color picker. That's top middle. So it's this one here. The line thickness is 1. So that's already correct. And now we just need to input the start and end position of the line, because currently it's just going from 00 to 2020. Well, to determine the start and end position, we're going to have to use Hannah's equations. Hannah says the start position x, so the x coordinate of the start position, is the x value of the center of the circle plus a. So we're going to need a maths block here. We're adding two things. One of them is the variable a, which Hannah has already defined. We don't need to worry about what it is. So we're adding the x value of the center of the circle. Let's go to the circle. What is the x value? The x value of the center of the circle is time. Remember, we said the x position of the center of the circle moves exactly with time. When time is 0, the center of the circle is at x0. When time is 100, the x-coordinate of the center of the circle is 100. So x value of the center of the circle is time. Let's duplicate that and add it here. And that's going to be the start position x of the stripe. So that's 1 out of the 4 done. Let's see what this looks like. So we can see some changes, but we need to, of course, alter the rest. The start position y is the y value of the center of the circle plus b. So again, we're going to need to add 2 things. So we're going to go to the Maths tab, choose the addition. We're going to choose the variable b to add. And we need the y value of the center of the circle. Well, what's the y value of the center of the circle? That's just 60. So we're going to go to Maths and add 60. So 60 plus b. That is the start position y according to Hannah's equations. Then I have the end position x, which is this one over here. This is going to be the x value of the center of the circle minus a. Now, if you notice, it's exactly the same as this, except here we're adding a, whereas here we're subtracting a. So what we can do is pick this up, duplicate it, and just change the plus to a minus. And that's going to be our end position x. The end position y is y value of the center of the circle minus b. So once again, it's the same as the starting y coordinate, but we're subtracting instead of adding. So I'm also going to do the same thing. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to subtract instead of add. Let's enable this block, and let's check that this is working. So something has gone wrong here. Can we identify the error? The error, of course, is here. We've just duplicated, but we didn't change this to a minus. So the first 2 are additions. The last 2 are subtractions. And now if we try that, you can see that the orange stripe is moving as we want it to create this rolling effect on the ball. And we always run our program to check whether this is the full solution, and it is in fact the correct solution.